Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another episode in Makeup and Mistakes. Just a quick recap for anybody who might be new here. In this series, we're going to be trying new makeup looks, falling in love with makeup again, and of course making some mistakes along the way. But of course the overall goal here is to have fun and just be creative. I'm so excited for today's makeup look because we're going to be trying the yarn kind of makeup look trend that's been going around on TikTok. It's basically you cover your face in yarn, then you do a makeup over it. So there's been a couple mixtures of like this trend. I've seen a lot of people do characters, a lot of people do clowns, dolls, or simply just making their face look like it's on top of the yarn, and I think it's such a cool trend and I wanted to hop on it. Definitely behind, but I can still do it. But we're not gonna waste any more time. We're gonna get right into this makeup look because I have a feeling it's gonna take a pretty long time. And I decided until now, which is 5:12, to start this makeup look. Some people have said it's like taken them hours. I don't know about 12 hours, but I'm scared. We've got our yarn. I just chose white yarn. I'm feeling like doing something that looks more like doll-like or a clown. Then I got glue to block out my eyebrows, which I'm definitely gonna have to watch a tutorial before I do this because I have not blocked my eyebrows out in a very long time. And then I got lash glue. We're gonna use this one, the Kiss Lash Glue. So first thing first, before we start, I do have to clip back my hair because I don't wanna rip out any more hairs than are missing in the front here. I'm gonna go watch a video really quick on how to block out eyebrows. I think I remember, but I wanna be sure. If I lose a couple eyebrow hairs, I'm fine with it because sometimes I think about either bleaching or shaving off my eyebrows completely. Okay, I watched a video. I think I got the basics down. Like I said, I'm not really too scared if any of my eyebrows come off, but I definitely wanna have a smoother base underneath. So I'm just wiping with alcohol first, just to make sure that my eyebrow area is free of like products and oils. I literally see people like this all the time. I guess it's to help with like it gliding across, but I'm scared. Should I lick it? Ugh. So we're gonna go against the hair, and then some people will go back. I watched like 5 tutorials, and then we can use a spoolie to make sure that we coat every hair with glue. I'm not even gonna lie to you, I used to do my eyebrows like this. Alright, so to save time in this video, I have to do this 4 more times before they're really like stuck down. So I'm gonna do that off camera and then we'll come back when my brows are pretty much blocked. Alright, I did that process like 3 more times. As I was doing it, I realized I'm not actually doing something that requires my eyebrows to be completely gone. It's just to protect them. So I did it 3 more times. Usually I see people go in with powder and things like that. I'm not gonna do that just because, again, they're not gonna be seen through the yarn. We're gonna start putting the yarn on our face. I'm gonna keep the yarn in the little packaging just so that it doesn't get everywhere, but I'm kind of stuck because I don't know if I want to start it like on the tip of my nose here, or if I've seen a lot of people start it here on the bridge of their nose. I think I like the one on the nose a lot better. I think it looks so cute because it reminds me of a little button nose. So we're gonna start there. Okay. I'm gonna start with like a small little circle on my nose and follow that. I feel like once we get past this part, it'll be okay. Also, the goal here is to get the yarn as close to each other as possible so that there's not that much spacing in between. I also hope one yarn roll is enough because I'm doing this pretty late and I don't think there's gonna be any stores open. I probably should have grabbed two just to be safe, but I still have this much. Alright, I'm gonna stop filming just to save time on my camera again, and when we get to the eye area, I'm gonna start filming again. I thought I wasn't gonna be able to breathe, but I can breathe, and also I'm not gonna cover my mouth and I'm talking weird, but this is what we've got going so far. But now what we have to do is go around the eye area. So I was watching one of the videos earlier today and I noticed that the one girl, so that she could still talk and like drink or whatever, she went around her lips and up to where her eye space was. So that's what we're gonna do. And I also can breathe out my mouth because I completely covered my nose. All right, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna start where I cut. So we're gonna bring it as close to the eye as possible. That's what I want to do. So I think right there is fine, and then we'll glue along the way and bring it up again to as closest to the eye as possible that we can get. The only problem I was running into while doing this was that around the curves of my face, like in my nose and when it started to go down on the bridge of my nose, it wasn't sticking. So I really had to start like squeezing at my face. Alright, I took a little bit of a nude eyeliner pencil and I just lined out where I think most of this is gonna go. I'm gonna get really quiet because every time I move, it kind of separates the yarn from my face. So we're just gonna keep on going over here, and I'm gonna start cutting little pieces for around my eyebrow area as well. And then once we do this part here, once we get to the outer corner here, we should be able to start wrapping our face again. Okay guys, so we're switching over to voiceover now, and the only reason we're doing that is because it was pretty difficult to talk while doing the makeup, but I started to lay down the blush, which for the blush I use the Makeup a Murder Pastel Poison Neon Pigment, and I pretty much just placed a lot of it on the tip of my nose, and then I started to place it on my cheekbones underneath the empty eye space that I have going on with the yarn. So to be completely honest with you guys, I started to lose a lot of hope when I started placing down the pigment as the blush. It just wasn't applying the way that I liked it to, and you guys will start seeing throughout the video, I'm kind of rushing through placing down the makeup products on top of the yarn, and I was just so upset and I just really felt defeated. Here you guys can see that I switched over to the Juvia's Place Volume 4 blush palette, and I actually placed that over the top of the pigment from Makeup a Murder. I think this helped a little bit more to give it more of that pinkish doll-like blush, and it also applied a little bit better. So I gained a little confidence back here, but then I lost it again. Now we moved on to drawing on the brows, and this actually made the look really nice. I started with a light brown color, and I just very lightly mapped out where the brows were going to go. The eyebrows definitely added a lot of character into the look, which I really enjoyed. Another thing I wanted to mention was that it was so hot underneath this makeup that I think that was another reason I was rushing. So, on top of me not feeling confident while doing this makeup look, I also had that really gross feeling of just being hot. I had snot coming out my nose, and it was a hot mess. Now I started to mess around with my eyes, and you guys will see later that I'm going to fill in that weird shape that I have going on with the yarn, but I was trying to create like that sad look with the eyeshadow, and it wasn't doing its best, but we fix it, and I actually ended up liking the eyes later on. I was trying to make the eye area look pretty dirty and deepened, so I went around the whole border of the yarn eye area that we kind of created there, and I tried to make it look as sunken in as I could. But again, I think I had so much eyelid space that it just wasn't creating that look at first. Alright, so I've got a little bit of explaining to do with this next clip. For some reason, my camera did not record me putting on my lashes or doing my little lip outline or anything like that, so let me explain what I did really briefly. So as you guys can see, I have lashes on. I added a pair of nice fluffy lashes. I actually showed them in my last YouTube video for this series, and since I trimmed those lashes, I had 2 extra pieces that I could use on the bottom of my eyes to create more of a wide doll-eyed look, and then I had another pair of half lashes on the bottom of my eyes as well. Then I added a darker eyeshadow more round in my eyelid, like in the crease area, to make it look more doll-like, and as you can see, I also have a darker eyeshadow outlining my lips, and that was to start creating the mouth of the yarn face that we were doing. Surprisingly, I felt like the lips were pretty easy to do. I felt like I could feel the outline of my own lips, so I kind of exaggerated them a little bit, and then I decided that I was going to fill the center with pink pigment as well to kind of tie in the blush in the lip area, since we were using the same brown that I used in my eyes and we were using the same pink that I used as blush. You guys definitely have to trust the process with this makeup look, because I wasn't trusting the process, and in the end, I think I actually really started liking it more. I just needed some words of encouragement from Tyler, and I needed to calm down, take a breather, and get myself together before I continued anything else on this look. Next, to accentuate the doll-like eyes a little bit more, I took some of the Snazaroo white face paint and I painted that underneath my eyes so that my eyes would look larger and rounder. So here is when I started changing the shape of the outline that we originally had done with the yarn. I was feeling very weird about it, and Tyler kept on telling me to fill in that empty space because he felt like it was too much skin. I was being stubborn and felt like I couldn't go back and fix it. And then when I started adding the yarn back in, I actually liked it a lot more than I originally had it, just because I had less of my eyelid area showing, and it definitely looked a lot better with the yarn filled in that area. Then, to make sure that it didn't look out of place, I just went back in with the same brown eyeshadow that I originally had gone in with first, just to kind of make it look not as white and blend it in a little bit. I also think that adding the yarn in those areas helped with making the eyes look a lot more doll-like and very round. I can kind of talk now, but Tyler's in the background. And we were thinking about different things to add, and we're gonna add I'm gonna add a pearl to the tip of my nose.
Just the one we agreed on together?
Mm-hmm.
No, don't you go anywhere.
But the pearl looks so cute on the tip of the nose. Oh, she's adorable. I love this. After adding the pearl, I just went back in with some of the Juvia's Place blush, and I put some more blush just to make sure that it looked really blushy, if that makes sense. I actually really did start falling in love with the makeup now. It's definitely not perfect and not anything compared to what I've seen online, but the fact that I was even able to do something like this and have fun with it in the end made me so happy. I'm actually so happy with the way this came out. I was hating it, so if you notice, I kind of was like rushing through a lot of things when I started doing the actual makeup portion of it, and it was because I hated it. I was just like, what the hell am I doing? And I was like this close to giving up. Then I had Tyler in here, and he kind of gave me a little bit of emotional support, and I was asking him questions, and he kind of helped me out throughout the makeup look, so he gets a little bit of credit. Something that was throwing me off was the big gap that I had here, and I didn't want to admit it until he said it, and then I was like, you know what, whatever, I'll cover it. And I actually really do like this a lot, and I think it's so cute. Even the side profile is so cute. I'm so glad I didn't give up. It's not perfect, and there's of course things that I would change, like here my yarn doesn't go all the way up to my eye the same way it does here, and I wish I could change the eyeshadow a little bit, but this is something definitely much more intricate than the last makeup that I did, and the only thing I could be is proud. But yeah, this is the final look. I hope you guys love it as much as I do. I am also going to be posting on TikTok the removal of this, so stay tuned for that. It might even be posted already. But like always, if you guys want to see more from me when I'm not posting on here, go ahead and check out my Instagram and my TikTok. It'll be linked in the description, and I'll also put the names of those channels at the end of the video. If you do want to see more from me on here, be sure to subscribe and also turn on the notification bell so that way you can get notified when I post. If you guys have a favorite thing about this makeup look, go ahead and leave it in the comments below, because I would love to see what you guys think about it. But again, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in the next episode of Makeup and Mistakes. Bye! I literally have glue everywhere. I don't even want to know what my face is gonna look like underneath this.